Wow, stories.
Would I be an idiot for calling the city on a homeless couple? My spouse, male 27, and I, female 30, bought our first home just over a year ago. We were relocating from a big city and were unable to tour the home in person. We entrusted our parents and our realtor to do so, and we toured via FaceTime. Our house is in a perfect location. It's in a walkable neighborhood, in a non-walkable city, close to downtown. There's a nice mix of residential homes and businesses. One of the things we liked about the location of the house is there are no neighbors behind or to the left of the house. The empty lot behind us is owned by one of the businesses close by, and the lot to the left is owned by the city. A few months after the move, we learned there was a homeless man who slept in the empty lot to the left of us. He slept on a mattress under a tree on the other side of our fence. This didn't bother us. Again, we're from a big city, and my spouse also works in housing and is sensitive to the issues of homeless people. This homeless man also wasn't there all the time, maybe 2-3x per week and mainly at night for sleep. We'd also see him around the neighborhood and have sparked up a couple conversations. During the winter, he vacated the space and a new couple took the spot. They're there all the time and they live in a tent. We do spend a lot of time in our backyard because of our toddler and our energetic puppy. Oftentimes, we have conversations around upcoming plans, etc. Because of the proximity to our home fence, they are within earshot of our conversations. Even if they couldn't hear our conversation, being so close to our home, they're able to pick up on patterns of when we're home or not. We have a trip coming up and we'll be away for a week and a half. I'm starting to feel a bit nervous about being away from our house for fear something could happen while we're gone. My husband thinks we should leave them alone, but I can't shake the feeling. We're not able to agree on what to do. Would I be an idiot if I called the city on this couple? Not an idiot. I can understand your concerns, but instead of calling the cops on them specifically, maybe ask for extra patrols. Also invest in ring cameras if you are concerned. You're an idiot. Leave homeless people alone. Worried to put cameras too around your place. Don't bother them. They won't bother you. I'm homeless and living in a tent in an area set aside by my city. We don't bother anyone. They don't bother us. When I lived in a provincial park, it was the same. Don't bother homeless people. You have to be entitled to bother people who don't have many safe places to sleep. Put a fence up if needed. Am I an idiot for leaving my girlfriend at a restaurant? My girlfriend and I were at a restaurant and she was extremely not fond of the menu. She has no dietary restrictions or is vegan. She's just a picky eater. She ordered anyways and wanted to get the same thing I did. She hated it before even taking the first bite, and I kept telling her to at least try it. She took a bite and gave me a gag face. She continued to complain about the food and critique it while I was eating, and people were watching, and it was pretty embarrassing. What shocked me is that she got up to the waiter and loudly told him to take it back. She doesn't want it anymore, and it was awful. I got fed up. I left and got in my car and went home. She noticed and called me while I was driving, and I went home and called her back and told her what she did was embarrassing as frick and something a Karen would do. She was crying and told me to frick off and called me an idiot and all other sorts of names. She had someone pick her up from the restaurant, but she told me when she got home that I have to pay her back for the food, and she deserves me to take her to another restaurant. After an argument, I asked her to leave, and I haven't spoken to her since. Her friend messaged me, the one who picked her up, saying I was a piece of poop and I should be ashamed because I left her at the restaurant. Am I an idiot? Everyone sucks here. Both of you need to learn how to behave in public, but who leaves their girlfriend stranded at a restaurant? You are the much bigger idiot in this situation. Not only did you abandon her without a car at a restaurant, but also stuck her with the bill. Not an idiot. OP did the right thing in leaving so the situation could de-escalate. I too have had meals ruined by drama queens. If she didn't like anything on the menu, she shouldn't have ordered or just not gone out to eat and made her own dinner. Am I an idiot for telling my girlfriend to become a surgeon? I'm 31 years old and I've been with my 29-year-old partner for about 1.5 years now. Everything has been great for the most part. We have been talking about marriage, moving in together, having children and all that for around 2 months. I work in a private equity firm, and I will take over my dad's hedge fund when he retires in around 10 years. My girl is studying medicine to become a surgeon. She is currently completing her residency. She has occasionally expressed her disdain for the long hours, rude patients, night shifts, being on call, etc. I told her that it comes with the territory, and it's something she has just got to get past. I don't like when I have 12-plus-hour days, but it is what it is. My partner is academically gifted according to her professors, but she has some terrible financial habits. She spends most of what she earns, barely saves anything, and doesn't make any investments. In an effort to get her to be more money-savvy, I decided to teach her about financial discipline and investing. To do this, I showed her my own investment portfolio, which I have never shown anyone aside from my parents, to illustrate my progress throughout the years and how she could do something similar with her own money. However, this took an unexpected turn. We started talking about our individual finances. I told her about my dad's company and investments, and she told me about her parents' restaurant business, which barely breaks even. We had a discussion about this for over 2 weeks, and she asked me if she could quit her residency. She had always complained about work like anyone would about their 9-5, but I never thought she would want to quit entirely. When I asked why, she said that she wasn't particularly fond of the work and that I have enough money to take care of us both. I told her that it would be unfair to place the entire financial burden on me, to which she said that I could easily afford it, so it shouldn't matter. She said that she would find something to do, but she doesn't want to study again. I don't like how she suddenly switched up and wants to quit. It seems incredibly unfair how she can just drop her entire career just because I can afford a nice lifestyle for the both of us. I told her that she could maybe take a break for a week after completing her residency to think about it, but she wanted to quit then and there. I told her that she had to toughen up and get through at least the residency, but she got mad and told me I wasn't understanding enough. We ended up getting into a huge fight and have not talked in 3 days. Some history. She studied biomed initially for 3 years, then did her Doctor of Medicine, which was 6 years. Then she started her residency, which she will be completing in 3 months. Afterwards, her plan was to apply for the Royal Australasian College of Surgeons Surgical Training Program, which is another 6 years to finish. Everyone sucks here. If she already disdains being in the field in general, wasting 6 more years of time and money to confirm what she'd already decided she hated is a stupid idea, you shouldn't force your opinion on her. And her expecting you to support her is a deal-breaker level entitlement, not an idiot. You didn't tell her to be a surgeon. You encouraged her to finish something that she's been working towards for about a decade. It does seem bizarre that she wants to up and quit this after finding out how much money you have in your portfolio. However, she may be feeling trapped since she does have so much invested towards this and lacks the financial stability to bail. I think she should finish up the last 3 months of residency and then take a break to think about what the next best move for her might be. Is there a way she can pivot without wasting all the work she's done so far? It's worth exploring, but you should make it very clear if you are not interested in supporting her financially long-term. Make sure you both have realistic expectations going forward, especially regarding the timeline for marriage, children, and careers.